Hello and welcome to my monthly newsletter here in the month of June. We are at the winter solstice down here in New Zealand. You'll be in the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. And it's that magical time of reflection. Certainly for us down here in the southern hemisphere, it is that winter time. So it's that hibernation, it's going inward, it's taking stock, it's wrapping up warm against the cold. And obviously for the northern hemisphere, you guys will be sunbathing and just feeling the heat of the sun on your skin, feeling that sense of vitalization and possibly even hiding from the sun. So we've got those two polar aspects going on in our different parts of the world. One thing that's for sure is that wherever we are in the world, we're impacted globally by what is going on. And we talked about that in one of my earlier newsletters about being an empathic and being a sympathetic empathic, really extending our energy outwards and feeling what is happening on a global level in different parts of the world. But today, in our business networking group that I attended this morning, we were looking at, we're halfway through the year, so have we achieved some of our goals? Are we still working towards our goals? How are we managing ourselves? And I just happened to mention to my group of business cohorts that what about personal goals? You know, it's okay having all of these business goals, and we get worked into and we get drawn into and distracted by business. But what about our own personal goals? Are we achieving our personal goals? For many of you who have been part of my vlogs for many years, but certainly this year, one of my personal goals was to work on my spinal alignment, and was with my chiropractor this morning, and my spine is just performing really well. My hips are absolutely in balance, the spine, the ribs, the neck. And I really feel like I have got this great foundation in that. I've got this great physical foundation that is going to support me on my journey as I move forward. And as I talked to my chiropractor, I was sort of saying, I just can't stop smiling. It's really wonderful to feel that alignment within my body. And part of my work on my spine has been doing my meditations, my spiritual healing, my emotional healing, my mental healing, just getting any old dense energy removed from how I support myself and who I'm supporting, so that I do have space and energy to support myself, to actually come back to self, because we can give too much of ourselves away and then we have very little left for ourselves. And part of that journey has been in the dream state, the healing work being done in the dream state. I have lots and lots of clients at the moment who are talking about these really vivid dreams, like having real connections with people from their past, people that they've known, situations that they've been familiar with, and it's like it's happening in real time. And this is fifth dimensional living. We come back to becoming the best version of ourselves. We come back to our soul expansion and soul healing. And in our dream state, for those of us who have raised our vibration, we've created that link to our soul, we've said yes to the universe, we're going to do the work, and we're happy to do the work. And so if we don't have time during the day, I feel we're being pulled into that at nighttime. And the dream state is becoming a place of self-healing and self-recalibration. I have really enjoyed my dream state and recognized the people who have appeared in my dreams, so family, friends, relatives, ex-work colleagues. And it's like that sort of little scenarios, little playlists being played out in real time, discussions and impartings and doing the forgiveness work in our dream state. It's a really powerful, powerful place to heal. And I wonder if that's where I suppose my sense of joy when I wake up in the morning, I know I've done some more healing and I've peeled the layers back yet again. And I wake up and I feel refreshed and I feel like I'm back familiar to myself, my physical self, almost to the point with all of the healing work that I've been doing, I'm feeling like I'm back to the physical Phyllis who was that person before I came here to New Zealand. I'm beginning to really recognize who that person was back then and releasing all of the chaos that I've been holding in my body and the damage and the pain and the trauma and the sadness and even the happiness, just releasing all of that. So I have this wonderful space to encapsulate all of the new processes that I'm going into. So how do we know we're doing our healing in our dream state? For myself, I recognize I'm doing healing when I'm in really obscure but familiar places. So I could be, I think one of the dreams I was in Glasgow. I spent a lot of my childhood in Glasgow and very familiar streets, Buchanan Street, Sauchiehall Street, Argyle Street, the three main arteries within the city centre. But I also had this memory of being in Aberdeen, my birth city. So that's one indication that I'm doing some healing work, is if the location, albeit juxtaposition, not quite as it should be, but I know that that's where I'm at. Another place or a sort of indicator is if I am traveling, if I'm traveling up and down elevators, in and out of staircases, if I am moving between floors, then that's a real indicator to me that on a soul level, I'm progressing from one level up to the next level, up to the next level of my healing journey. And I think for myself, having been a retail person, my conscious mind or unconscious mind sort of drags me into large department stores. I'm going from one level, whether it's the furniture or the basement level, up to the fashion level, up to the children's department. I feel I'm escalating up and down in department stores. And I'm meeting people there that are familiar, that are known to me or have been known to me. And I'm then having those discussions. So that's part of my forgiveness work. It's part of my mental clearing and balancing work. But emotionally, and I'm sure I've said this to you before, I'm always in different types of bathrooms or swimming pools, washing away some of the emotional debris, flushing away the emotional debris that is sitting within my physical being. And so I have this real sense of being in this surreal world or a parallel universe, possibly even, I don't know, where I'm going through all of these different places, meeting people, but on a level, on a super conscious level, I know that I have yet again peeled some layers away and my healing work is continuing. So our dream states right now, dear viewer, is that we are doing the work at the fifth dimensional level that we instigated and started in 2012 with that global outpouring of 2012, 12, the 12th of the 12th in the 12th. We wanted to become more spiritually aware. We wanted to connect our soul. We wanted to raise the vibration of the planet. We wanted to raise our vibration as individual souls. And we were moving from that third dimension through the fourth into the fifth dimension. And remember, fifth dimension is a combination of being able to move between space and time, either forward or backward. And we can go linear as well. So it's a really interesting time. And when I talk to my clients, when they are discussing their dreams and how they're really bizarre and they're doing things that are quite unusual, they feel busy in their dreams. Then we sort of unpick that for them and sort of translate those dreams so that they have a clearer understanding of the vital work that they are doing on their soul healing and their soul progression. So it's a really interesting time. And here we are, as I say, in the winter solstice, the midpoint of our calendar year. And now is the time to reflect and to just enjoy the process that you find yourself on, the journey that you find yourself on. So well done for getting here, and well done for the healing work that you've been doing. And enjoy this midpoint in the year. For us at Opus Soul, we are just and have just launched our mini ebooks out there. Lots of people ask about my courses and they're not quite sure what they are and where to start. And if it is what they're looking for, if they want to then invest in the online course. So we have a whole range of ebooks that are touching on all of the courses. They're great fun. We've put in some quizzes or work aspect to it so that you can practice exactly what we're putting in there. I always love to practice what I preach. So all my courses have an element of, so here's your homework, go away and do it. The ebooks are just a fun little taster into each topic. And they're a really competitively priced little product at $2.99. So something that you can download straight onto your phone or your tablet, your laptop, your computer, and just start reading. Just download the PDF of the ebook, start reading, start educating yourself. So that is under the courses on the Opus Soul community website. Huge thank you to everyone who attended either on the evening or by distance by looking at the meditation after the course was finished. But the monthly meditation last month was very well received. We've got Healing Our Heart on this month, and we've got the green mandala. And the exercise within the meditation is to we're going to scoop up the green mandala and just place it into our heart. And we're just going to allow some healing work to be done there. You can just book on a month by month basis if you want to just join in on the odd mandala meditation. Or you can, we have got some lovely subscribers now into the Opus Soul community page. So for $15 a month, you can have access to not only the monthly meditation, because we post the video directly onto the landing page there. So you just log in and the meditations will be there as we record them and post them. But you also have access to all of my meditations in the website area. And you can download them and just play them over and over again. So great value for $15 a month. And we're hoping to look at a little question and answer time at some point in August as our first sort of open forum, talking to myself, and that's open to the Opus Soul community. So that's just a little something extra that I wanted to allow people to go away and think about, but then come as a community and have a conversation, if you will, with those questions that arise in the meditation classes that are not necessarily about the meditation or the healing work that we're doing at that point in time. So I wanted to have this wonderful opportunity in August to open myself up to a Q&A, if you will, and just share some of my perspectives. I'm certainly not an expert, but I'm quite happy to share my perspective in how I view the spiritual world and your guides and your psychic connections, just anything really, energy work. I'm happy to respond to whatever it is you want to ask. It'll be exciting. I'm excited for that to start. So it's been a really interesting time. We're heading into interesting times, I feel, as the world is adjusting to a new sense of normal. I know I'm heading into a different form of healing now that we've got everything set in the physical, and that's exciting and interesting as well. So be good to yourself, take care of yourself physically. Remember to bring some energy back to self. We can't always expend our energy outwards. We do have to bring it into who we are and support ourselves as best as we can. And I will see you back here on the Phyllis Brown newsletter. Please feel free to pass the newsletter out to your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone that you think that might be interested. It's always good to spread the light. And until the next time, keep up the healing work in your dream state. Be good to yourself and stay safe. So that's a goodbye from me. Namaste. Until the next time. Goodbye.